Greetings to all. Welcome to today's video lecture on the topic capital budgeting. Myself, Professor Afaq Ahmad, will take you through the slides explaining on the objectives of capital budgeting, the various types, and why is it necessary for any organization to do this budgeting. So let's move ahead. So, what is capital budgeting? This is an analysis of potential projects. So, it is not one but various projects which are in hand of the organization, and analyzing them is required for the progress and development of the organization. Next, it is a long term decision that involves large expenses. So remember, guys, capital budgeting is always a long term decision which has to be taken carefully by the top level management of the organization, and this involves large expenses, and it is very important for the firm's future. As we all know, capital is like the blood of the organization. Capital is mandatory to run the organization for the daily expenses as well as long term expenses. So, it is important for a firm to carefully analyze the projects which are in hand and put in forth with the various employees and see whether it meets the organizational objectives and the goals so that it can develop itself and meet its future goals. So, next we have the importance of capital budgeting. Why is capital budgeting important in any organization? So, as we all know, capital budgeting is a long term decision of the firm and it has an risk complexity. Any decision which is taken by the business involves risk in it. Without risk, any business cannot run. So, it is important for a firm to carefully analyze the options which are in front of it so that it can run the business. Capital budgeting involves commitment of large amount of funds. This also requires huge capital involved to take forth. Capital budgeting, as we all know, is a long term process, but also it requires large sum of amount to take in place. Capital decisions are required to assessment of future events which are uncertain. So this also helps to decide before in hand the future events which are to be taken in the organization. In most cases, capital budgeting decisions are irrelevant. This is because it is very difficult for a market for the capital goods. The only alternative available is to scrap the asset and incur heavy loss. So, if once the decision goes wrong, then the whole project is a failure and the company incurs huge losses, huge damages which are hard to recover. Capital budgeting also ensures the selection of right source of finance at the right time. Since this is a future event decision, capital budgeting helps in selecting the right course of action of finance at the right time. Many firms fail because they have too much or too little of capital. It is important for a financial manager and the top level management to decide how much capital is required before in hand. The capital shouldn't be too much or too less. If the capital is too much, then they will not be knowing how and where to utilize the excess amount, and if the capital is too less, then they'll be falling short of the day-to-day expenses and the project goes for a failure. Investment decisions taken by the individual concerned is of national importance because it determines employment, economic activity, and economic growth. When an individual, in this case is the top level management, takes a decision, it impacts tremendously on various other factors. When the top level management takes the right decision, it impacts the employees, the economic activities of the country, as well as the growth. Next, what are the objectives of capital budgeting? To ensure the selection of the possible profitable capital projects, to ensure the effective control of capital expenditure in order to achieve the forecasting of the long term financial requirements, to make estimation of capital expenditure during the budget period, and to see that the benefits and cost may be measured in terms of cash flow. So basically, if you see here, the objectives are all of future forecasted. So you have to carefully analyze all the aspects and see which is more profitable for the business and the organization. Then, determining the required quantum takes place as per the authorization and sanction to facilitate coordination of interdepartmental project funds among the competing project capital projects. So, as I discussed, there will not be one project, but there will be many projects in hand, and the firm has to carefully analyze which project is more profitable and which profit is available and can be put in use at the earliest. Next, we have the steps in capital budgeting. So, first one is identification of the stage. Here, we have to determine which type of capital investment is necessary for the organization to accomplish its objectives. So, here you have to identify the stage. Next is the search stage. Here, you have to explore the various alternatives or the various projects which are available in the market and which can be used for the betterment of the organization. The third stage is information acquisition stage. Here you have to consider all the expected costs and benefits and alternative capital investments which can be useful for the future events for the organization. Our fourth stage is the selection stage. Here, after carefully analyzing and collecting the information of all the various projects available in the market, the management has to choose the best project or the best selection for the organization which will fetch huge profits and is stable for the long run. Our fifth stage is the financing stage. Here, financing stage should be a crucial stage where the project selected should consume the adequate capital. It shouldn't be consuming, or it shouldn't be, the management shouldn't be spending huge amount of capital where they will go bankrupt, or they should not be spending too less where it will not meet the future objectives. And the last stage is implementation and control stage. Here, after your capital budget is finalized in place, it is the responsibility of the organization to see how well the budget is going on. If there needs to be any changes required, then it has to be made in the necessary and quick decision. So next we have capital budgeting evaluation methods. So there are various methods which are used to evaluate the various projects which are there with the company or the organization. So these methods can be used to ascertain the future possibilities of the outcomes. So we have two main methods, that is the traditional method and the modern method. So traditional method consists of payback method and average accounting return, and the modern method consists of NPV, that is the net present value method, IRR, that is internal rate of return method, and PI, that is profitability index method. So in our next video lecture, we will be dealing with the practical aspects of each of this method, how is this method applicable, and how you can ascertain the capital budgeting of a particular organization. So that's it for this today video lecture. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do ping if you have any doubts on the theory part, and our next video will be on the practical aspect. So take care, stay safe.